Welcome to this video, where we explore the top 2 most valuable Washington quarter-dollar coins, iconic pieces of American coinage that can be worth astonishing amounts today. Even though Washington quarters are common in everyday circulation, a few rare dates and minting errors have become treasures in the coin collecting world. Let's get started. First up, the 1984 quarter dollar, minted with a D mint mark in Denver, and preserved in very fine condition. This coin may seem like an ordinary piece of American change, but when you stop to appreciate its history, design, and condition, it becomes a fascinating piece of numismatic storytelling. As you hold the coin, the first thing that stands out is the portrait of George Washington on the obverse. In very fine condition, the outline of Washington's profile remains sharp, and the coin still presents a clear and attractive visual appeal. Washington's hair detail, though slightly softened from circulation, remains well defined across the major waves and curls. This level of detail is typical and acceptable for a coin graded around the very fine range. The inscriptions, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust," remain bold and readable, showing only minor signs of softening. These elements are strong indicators that the coin has seen moderate, but not heavy, circulation. Below the portrait sits the date 1984, clearly visible and free from major wear. The digits show only minor flattening, giving the coin character while still maintaining sharpness. The D mint mark, located to the right of Washington's ponytail, remains clear and distinct. This little letter connects the coin to the Denver Mint, one of America's most productive minting facilities. The overall color of the coin, typical for one in very fine condition, shows natural silver-gray tones with hints of original luster still hiding in protected areas. These small flashes of shine reveal that the coin retains portions of its original brilliance. Light circulation marks, such as tiny scratches and contact marks, can be seen in the obverse field. These marks are expected and do not detract from the coin's overall quality or appearance. Turning the coin to the reverse, the majestic eagle design greets you with wings spread wide. In very fine condition, the eagle's features remain sharply outlined, with only moderate smoothing on the feathers. The feathers on the eagle's wings show subtle flattening at the highest points, but the general pattern of the plumage is still very distinguishable and aesthetically appealing. The eagle's breast feathers remain visible, although slightly softened, giving the coin that classic appearance found in well-preserved circulated examples. Below the eagle, the bundle of arrows is clearly outlined, symbolizing strength and readiness. Even with light wear, the shafts and arrowheads maintain good structure. The olive branches beneath the arrows remain visible as well, representing peace. Although flattened slightly by circulation, their curves and leaves can still be traced with the eye. Above the eagle, the inscription, "United States of America," sits proudly along the rim. Despite light wear, the letters remain bold and uniformly spaced. Just below that, the phrase, "E pluribus unum," is fully readable, although it may show minor smoothing in some strokes of the letters. At the bottom of the reverse, the denomination, quarter dollar, remains strong, anchoring the design with clarity and purpose. Even in very fine condition, this text remains one of the most durable parts of the design. The coin's rim is still well formed, showing only light flattening from circulation. This contributes to the coin's attractive overall appearance and structural strength. Under angled lighting, subtle luster can sometimes be seen in crevices of the eagle's wings or around the lettering. These remnants of shine highlight the coin's well-preserved nature. In very fine condition, the coin still displays a pleasing balance between wear and detail. It looks circulated, but not worn out, aged, but not overused. This 1984 quarter may have passed through thousands of hands over the decades, but it still retains a sense of dignity and structure that gives it strong visual appeal. Collectors often appreciate coins in very fine condition because they offer sharp detail without the high price tag associated with extremely fine or uncirculated examples. The metallic surfaces of the coin may also show faint patches of toning, giving the piece a richer, more mature appearance that reflects its decades of existence. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, but finding one with this level of preservation highlights your coin as a somewhat choice circulated example. The eagle design used on the reverse has been a staple of American quarters for many decades, making the 1984 coin part of a long and iconic tradition in U.S. coinage. Your coin represents a time before state quarters, national park quarters, and modern special issues, marking it as part of the traditional Washington quarter era. In hand, a very fine coin like this feels solid, smooth to the touch, and pleasantly weighted, attributes that give collectors a deeper appreciation for classic U.S. coinage. The light wear patterns on both sides add authenticity, revealing the gentle story of circulation without compromising the beauty of the overall design. Coins like this often spark curiosity, reminding us that even everyday pocket change can hold historical meaning, artistic value, and visual interest. Whether you're showing this coin in a YouTube video, adding it to a collection, or simply enjoying its appearance, this 1984 quarter remains a strong and representative piece of American currency. And as always, each coin carries its own unique character. No two circulated coins were the same way, making your very fine 1984 D quarter a truly one-of-a-kind piece. Next up, the 1983 quarter dollar, minted with the P Mint mark in Philadelphia and preserved in circulated condition. This coin, though common in the world of pocket change, carries a surprisingly rich history that collectors and enthusiasts love to appreciate. As we begin examining the obverse side of the coin, the portrait of George Washington immediately stands out. In circulated condition, the high points of his profile show smoothing and wear from years of handling. The details in Washington's hair have softened noticeably, with many of the fine curls blending into one another. This is typical for a coin that has passed through countless transactions over decades. The word Liberty, positioned above Washington, remains fully readable, though the edges of the letters may show signs of flattening. This wear adds character to the coin's overall appearance. In God We Trust, located to the left of Washington's profile, remains present but exhibits slight fading in certain areas as a result of circulation. At the bottom of the obverse, the date 1983 is clear and bold, though minor abrasions and scratches can be seen across the numbers, consistent with its circulated state. The P Mint mark, positioned near the right side of Washington's ponytail, is still visible and moderately sharp. This tiny letter confirms the coin's origin at the Philadelphia Mint. The surface of the obverse shows expected contact marks, small nicks, and light scuffs. These small imperfections tell the story of the coin's journey through commerce. The coin's color features a natural blend of silver-gray tones mixed with duller patches from oxidation. These tonal shifts reveal the coin's age and exposure to various environments. Turning the coin over to the reverse, we find the iconic eagle design, wings fully spread. In circulated condition, the feathers show notable flattening, especially along the upper wings. The eagle's breast, which originally displays intricate feather detail, now appears smoother due to the repeated friction of daily use. Beneath the eagle lies a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength. While still recognizable, the finer lines and edges of the arrows show significant rounding. The olive branches under the arrows, representing peace, also exhibit wear, with many of the leaf details merging into the surrounding metal. The bold inscription, United States of America, arches along the top rim. Although fully readable, some of the letters show light abrasions from years of circulation. Below that sits the traditional motto, E pluribus unum, which may appear slightly faded in areas, especially along the thin strokes of the letters. At the bottom, the denomination, quarter dollar, remains one of the most durable elements of the design. Even with wear, the text stays legible and prominent. The rim of the coin shows smoothing and occasional tiny dings, most of which are normal signs of contact with other coins during its time in circulation. Examining the field areas of both sides, you may notice a scattering of micro-scratches caused by pockets, cash registers, and coin machines. These marks add authenticity to the circulated condition. Under bright lighting, small traces of the original mint luster may still be visible in protected areas, but most of the surface now shows a matte, well-worn finish. Despite the wear, the overall design remains balanced and recognizable, showing how durable the Washington quarter style truly is. The 1983 quarter is also interesting to collectors because the U.S. Mint did not release uncirculated mint sets that year, making high-grade examples more desirable. Because of this, circulated 1983 quarters like the one we're examining are more common, while sharp uncirculated pieces are relatively scarce and sought after. Your circulated example reflects everyday American usage from the early 1980s, a period of economic change, technological growth, and cultural shifts. Coins like this are reminders of how currency travels through generations, connecting countless people through everyday transactions. The wear patterns on your 1983 P quarter make it a unique piece, as no two circulated coins age in exactly the same way. Each has its own fingerprint of circulation. Collectors often appreciate circulated quarters for their affordability, history, and accessibility, making them a great starting point for beginners.